It's showing me, not you.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Let's get Robert out of the frame here. Yeah, let's see here. Don't you love live? There we go. Hey, everybody, it's Susan Edwards at the Rock Shop at 311 Broadway, historic downtown Paducah. So bear with us. We're going to be doing a live angelic event here. So are we too low?
You're okay now.
Excellent. All right, so let me introduce myself. I'm Susan Edwards, and I am a pranic healer. I am a Reiki master. I am certified in Ho'oponopono. I'm also a sound healer, a self-ordained minister, and I'm a licensed spiritual healer coach. So before we get started, let me just say very clearly that I make no claims that I personally can heal anyone in any physical way, shape, or manner, because quite frankly, I don't have those powers and I don't claim to have those powers. So I'm not healing you. What I am proposing that we do today at the urgings of my angels is that I create a sacred space. They've asked me to call them in. And by the very nature of you tuning in either live or at some point in the future, you are also inviting the angels into your space. And so they can help you create a space that allows for your own physical healing. So we are not healing you. We're just creating the space for you to heal yourself. So I just want to make clear that I am not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. I'm also not a licensed psychiatrist or psychologist. So that is not the purpose of this healing event. This is a spiritual healing, a divine healing, and let's just see what happens. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a sacred space. So you can do things like this in your own home, either come along with me, or you can do it the next time you decide you want to work with the angels. So over on my little table, I have a small candle. Now this happens to be a Reiki infused candle. And I know you can't see it very well at this distance, but it's a candle that's infused with angelic. It's calling the angels. So I'm going to go ahead and light it. Yeah, there we go. And I light this candle to symbolically show that we are starting this session. And on the little candle holder here, I've put some celestite crystals. And these are a beautiful blue crystal, and we have, this is also a crystal that resonates very high and is also an angelic. In fact, I call it the crystal of the angels. So we are, by intention, calling in the holy archangels. So the next thing that I want to do is I just want to surround ourselves with the white light of the universe. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and it is good. And I just ask that any and all who come from the highest source, from my highest good, and the highest good of all. And we invite in the holy archangels and the light beings and all of those who work to bring healing. All the gurus, all the teachers, all the ascended masters, all the angels, all of those. We do invite you into this session. And whether you are here in Paducah and Western Kentucky or on the other side of the world, just know that wherever you are, you're creating your own sacred space, and you're inviting in angels into your sacred space. So I'd also like just to do a little bit of incense. Okay. And some of you may start to feel like there's a beautiful presence that's coming into your area. Okay. And so I've just lit some incense, and my intention here is just to do a little bit of clearing. Just to bring the frequencies up in the area. And just to make it a little bit more inviting and able for the, you can just leave the fan on. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Okay, so we'll let that burn for just a few more minutes. All right, so what I'd like to do today is to explain sort of what happened here. I've been offline for just a little while, and it's been interesting because I really haven't known what kind of video to create. And so I haven't done anything for like 3 weeks. And I've been feeling some internal pressure that I need to do a video. And about a week ago, I kind of got a nudging, an angelic nudging, that it was time to do a live healing event. Now, I've not done a live healing event. So I'm like, yeah, I haven't ever done a live healing event. I'm not sure that's going to work. And they just kept urging me. And so I have actually been studying the last few weeks a few really effective techniques for self-healing. And I got a little, I think it's a little skin tag that showed up right here at the corner of my eye, which became inflamed and was really hurting. And I'm like, I'm going to have to go to the dermatologist on Monday and have to take sharp, pointy things and snip it off. And having sharp, pointy things close to your eye is not my favorite thought. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why don't I try some of these new techniques and do some self-healing? So last night when I went to bed, it was pretty, well, it wasn't pretty tender. It was painful to the touch, and it was pretty swollen. So I went to bed, did the techniques, and this morning I'm happy to report it's 90% gone. So I'm like, okay. And that was my validation that I needed to do some healing for the community. And I know that everybody out there is feeling stress. So I'm like, get off your duff, Susan, and let's go do the healing. So frankly, I don't know how this is going to work. I'd love for you to put comments in the, down below and let us know. I've got my husband, Robert, who you saw when we first got started. Wave hi. Oh, you can't really see Robert. And he has a little asthma. So if you hear coughing in the background, that's just Robert coughing a little bit. Okay. All right. So one of the things that I do at the store that has been extraordinarily effective and very, very healing are what I call vibrational tune-ups. And what I use is a tuning fork, which is, this is in a desk chime format and a rubber mallet. Okay. This particular one is tuned to 432 hertz. So before we start bringing in the angels, by the way, is anybody else getting sort of like, I call it an energy headache? Are you feeling kind of stuffy up in here, but you don't really have a headache? I am, and that's usually my indication that we've got some angels that are coming in because their energy is so intense. So it's a good thing. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a remote vibrational tune-up for anyone and everyone who happens to be watching this video. So if you are in need of relief, which is really what medicine and healing and surgery is really all about, it's to give you relief. It's to give you relief from pain or relief from poor health. Vibrational tune-ups tune your body so that it can find some relief and heal itself. There's no doctor, there's no surgery, there's no medicine that is going to heal you. What they can do is they can get all the crap out of the way. So let's say you got hit by an energetic arrow, okay? Pink, somebody hit you. Ow. So you go to the doc and you say, hey, doc, I got an arrow. He says, yep, let's get it out. So they do the surgery, they pull it out, they clean out the wound, they stitch you up, they give you medicine, they give you some pain stuff. And what do? They send you home to heal. Because they've done everything they can. They cannot heal your body. Only your body can heal your body. What they can do is give you relief from whatever is preventing you from your body healing. So what vibrational tune-ups can do is it can give you relief from vibrational or frequency chaos that may be going on around you. So this is how it works. I'm going to chime, and I am going to remotely join all of you who are interested in remote healing. And if you can stand up, that's lovely. If you cannot, that's fine. It will not be a problem. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace around your energetic body, even though you're there and I'm here. You should be able to feel that there is some tingling or some change that's going to go on. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So take a nice deep breath. Okay. And I'm just going to remotely and energetically take this 432 hertz, and I'm just tracing the outline of your body, clearing your aura, removing any blockages, clearing anything and everything that's not serving you, that's not from the highest good. Now I'm combing energy from where it doesn't belong back to where it does belong. Clearing your aura, clearing your chakras, getting you grounded, getting you balanced. Take a nice deep breath. Release anything and everything that's no longer serving you. Send it back to source. And we just love it back into perfection. All right, so energetically, I'm turning you around, and now I'm going to work on your back. So from the back side of you now, I'm combing energy from where it doesn't belong back to where it does. Clearing all the blockages. Releasing anything that's not serving you. Oh, I feel like some of you are starting to feel some relief. That's wonderful. All right, so take a nice deep breath. And as you breathe out, let go of all the stress, all the worry. Send it back to source. Ooh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm all activated. I'm all juicy down here in my lower chakras. Okay. Robert, do we have any feedback on any of that? Not yet. Okay. All right. How many people have we got watching right now?
51.
51. Hi, everybody. 61 people. All right. Hi out there. I hope you are starting to feel some tingling in your body. Okay. So what I typically do next on my vibrational healing is that we do some soul work. And let me find which tuning fork they would like me to use right now. All right, this is a good one. All right, so what I'm going to do now is...
Buzzing, relax.
Buzzing,
relax.
Buzzing and relax. You know, that's good. That's exactly the effect that we want. All right, so we're going to continue that. Right now, all we're doing is we're getting you vibrationally tuned up. Basically, the angels are bringing your frequency up so that they can help your body get back to balance, which will then affect some wonderful healing, whether it's at the spiritual level, the energetic level, or even at the physical level. Okay?
An image of hands brushing of things from my body.
Okay, great. All right, so here we're going to do the next thing. So if I have a client in front of me, their aura goes out for several feet. And in that aura, there will often be some disruptions. And I call those disruptions soul fragments. So when especially when we're young, but it can happen at any time in our lives, some trauma happens. Somebody dies, or someone says something. It can be any number of things, and it hits us, and we're like, okay. And a little piece of our soul kind of goes flinging out here, and it sits out here, and it vibrates at a dissonant frequency. And so a lot of times we'll say things like, I don't feel like myself, or I feel like I got a hole in my heart, and I don't know, I can't find myself. Well, a lot of times that's because there's little fragments of our soul out here, from all the repeated little, somebody's left you or betrayed you or lied to you or hurt you, okay? And so every time that happens, a little piece of our soul sits out here and resonates at a dissonant frequency. So what this is going to do is we're going to find those dissonant spots, and we're going to retune them, and then I'm going to drop them back into your appropriate chakra so that you feel much wholer. More whole. Not holy. Not holy. But you know what I mean. All right. All right, now you will probably feel when I hit that spot, it'll probably feel a little uncomfortable. So breathe into it and just know that we're retuning it and putting it back to where it belongs. All right, so for whoever needs this healing, okay, well, there's a spot right there in somebody or somebody's aura. Okay, so take a nice deep breath. All right, so I'm dropping it back into your chakra and releasing anything that's not serving you, sending it back to source. Ooh, right there. All right, so if you would, I would like whoever is feeling like they're in need of this healing to repeat, I love you, which is the first part of the Ho'oponopono prayer. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take that fragment of that soul that's out there and it's not resonating at the right frequency, and we're going to retune it. So take a deep breath. I love you. All right, now do not be surprised if you have some emotions that come up with this process. I'm sorry. There's a spot right there for somebody or somebodies. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Okay, it's right there. Please forgive me. Oop, there's one down here. Thank you. Okay, so there may be some of you who are pretty emotional right now. That's a really good sign. That means that you are welcoming that soul fragment back to where it belongs, and you're forgiving yourself. So a lot of people say, well, who am I saying I'm sorry to? This person that did this to me or this situation? No. You're saying I'm sorry to your higher self. You're saying I'm sorry to God. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Okay. So take a nice deep breath. All right. I've not tried to do this remotely before. So, Robert, do we have any feedback as to whether or not anybody is feeling anything at all?
Butterfly flew in when you were doing it. Very emotional now.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so we had some butterflies on one person, and somebody else was very emotional.
Yeah.
That is very typical. So my suggestion, and I invite you not to suppress those emotions. These are old wounds, most likely, that are in need of becoming reharmonized. So, as I like to say to my clients, cough it up like a hairball, baby. All right, so now the next thing that I typically do is I have a bucket of salt water down here. And you can do this at any time. So it's just regular salt in water. Use a bowl or a bucket that you're not going to put food in, because basically I'm going to be catching all of the stale gunk that's in your aura, and I'm going to be disposing of it. Salt is really excellent. It has green prana, and it breaks up all that stale negative energy. And so I'm going to toss it into the bowl. This is a pranic healing technique. All right, so you also saw me spraying my hands. This is our, I call it energetic hand sanitizer. It's basically alcohol and some essential oils. Keeps my hands energetically clean. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a second, and I'm going to go back into the field so that I can reconnect with everyone who is ready to receive divine healing. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to energetically place you in front of me. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear your aura just using my hands. And what I'm feeling when I do this with a client, whether they're 2 foot in front of me or what I'm feeling right now, is it feels like I'm going through sort of a, jello before it sets, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm basically combing through your aura, and I'm just pulling all that old stale crap that's gotten stuck, and I'm clearing your aura so that you should be feeling lighter as I continue on. And I'm just taking all that crap and I'm throwing it into the salt water so that it can be broken up and gotten rid of. Okay? Some people feel like I'm tickling them when I do this. Okay? It depends on whether or not you're particularly sensitive to frequencies, and even if you don't feel anything, that doesn't mean that it's not working for you. Okay? And now I'm just going to go ahead and clear your chakras for you. And for those of you who may not be familiar with chakra, those are just your energy centers. And if you know what your digestive system is in your human body, think of your chakras like your energetic or your digestive system for your energetic body. So they bring in energy, they digest it, they send it out to your body's energetic self, and then they eliminate the waste. So you don't want to have a clogged up chakra, because that's not good. That's like having a clogged up intestine. Yeah, got to get that stuff going. All right. So energetically, I'm going to turn everybody around. So now I'm going to work on the back. And I'm just clearing all the old and stale from the back of your aura. And you don't have to turn around. You're welcome to turn around physically if you want to. But when I'm in the field, energetically connected with everyone, it doesn't matter your physical location or your physical position. It's our intentions that are going to get the job done. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just pulling all that old stuff out of your aura. This is called sweeping. That's a good term. I'm just kind of sweeping it off of you. Okay? Clearing your aura, clearing your chakras, and getting you balanced. Okay, so now some of you might be feeling quite a bit lighter. Is anybody feeling lighter out there? Like I've pulled off a lot of old stale gunk?
Tingling, the heart chakra, felt cleansing effect. One person broke down in tears. Her 3-year-old asked what was wrong.
Okay, so you probably can't hear Robert from back there, but he says a lot of tingling, some tears. That is such a great sign, because that means that you are releasing all that old stuff and you're bringing your fragments of your soul back into harmony with your whole. Okay, so that is a great release. So that's wonderful. I've done remote healing before, but I've never tried to do it live on camera. So thank you for the validation. All right, so the next thing that I would do then is I would just simply do some Reiki. I kind of do a hybrid of things. So take another nice deep breath. Oh, okay. I often get angelic instructions. So what they're asking me to do is to do it the way I normally do this, which is to use my crystals. And I have a beautiful yellow amethyst. Let's see. This is a yellow amethyst sphere. Isn't that gorgeous? And then a clear quartz focusing wand that I use. All right, so what I'm going to do with these now is I'm going to allow myself to become a channel for divine healing. And so my healing angel vortex is approximately right here. And I'm going to go ahead and hold out my hand. This is my receiving hand. And the crystal ball is then going to amplify that healing. I'm going to allow the divine energy to go through my body. And I'm going to focus it through my healing crystal wand toward anyone and everyone who is ready to receive divine healing. Okay? So you don't really have to do anything other than just to get quiet. And let me just have a second here so that I can start pulling in those divine healing energies. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to send divine healing energy that I'm receiving from the highest source, from my highest good and the highest good of all. And I'm just sending it remotely to everyone and anyone who is ready to receive. And if you are ready to receive, just in your mind's eye, just say, I am ready to receive this divine healing. I am ready. I'm ready to receive this divine healing. I am worthy. I am loved. And I'm just sending just enough energy. Your body knows exactly what to do with this divine healing energy. Wherever there's not enough energy, it brings it in and balances it out. If there's too much energy or congestion, the energetic blockage is removed and balance is returned. Not too much, not too little, just right. Take a nice deep breath. And give thanks for this divine healing. And let go of anything and everything that's not serving you. Send it back to source. Okay. All right, there you go, guys. Thank you. All right, I'm feeling that. Okay, so we're just going to send that down into the salt water. There's a lot of stuff out there people don't want, isn't there? I can't read it from there, Robert. What's it say?
Show the wand.
Show the wand. Show the wand. All right, so this is just, am I in focus there?
That's good.
That's good. All right, so this is a clear quartz crystal that has been shaped and has a small point on one end. And this, so the way this works, and this is the yellow amethyst sphere. Amethyst is a particularly effective healing stone. So divine energy comes into this crystal, is amplified. I've allowed my body to be a circuit for that divine energy. So it comes up through and out this hand, and you noticed I was holding the wand like this, so that it then, it meaning the energy, then is focused and sent out. So that's a fairly typical way that crystal energy healers work. This is this particular event, or this particular way of doing it, is a pranic healing, which is an absolutely astounding healing modality. If you're interested, let me know and I'll give you some links. That's PRANIC, pranic healing. It's worldwide. It's amazing. Okay. Okay. Any other comments or questions about that?
Well, someone coming late, so you might want to remind them they can see it later.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't join me from the beginning and are watching this maybe later and it's not live, you know, that's the one thing about energetic healing remotely. Time acts real different than we perceive it. And so when you're working in the energetic realm, you can watch this at any time. If you want to go back and watch it, a week from now, a year from now, it doesn't matter. You can still benefit from this event. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to check in with the angels and see if there's anything else that needs to be done. Robert, are there any comments that need to be, any specific requests for prayer?
None. No.
No prayer request? Okay.
No, but they didn't know they could.
Okay. All right, so I'm just checking in with Archangel Raphael, who has been gracious enough to join us. And I'll be interested to watch the video later because I've got several angels behind me. They don't normally show up on camera, but you never know. Yeah, I have a real sense that they've been behind me this whole time. Because just to reiterate how I started, I don't have any superpowers and I do not have the ability to heal anyone. The only ability that I have is to allow myself to be channeled, a channel for energetic energy.
Pray for teachers and students.
What a wonderful request. Okay, so the request is to pray for teachers and for students. And that brings up a lot of emotion for me because this is a really important issue, isn't it? Okay. All right, so...
There's a very specific song, a partner with lung disease.
Okay, well, let's do, why don't you just make some notes for me, Robert, on specific prayer requests, okay? And let's do this one for the teachers and for the children. And this would be for a global, okay? All right, so what I'd like you all to do is to close your eyes and take a deep breath. All right, I need you to take a leap of faith. Now, I want you to keep your eyes closed for a moment. And in your mind's eye, I want you to see either your children or your grandchildren or just children in general, happy, healthy, and back at school. Keep your eyes closed. I know that's not the situation right this very moment, but in our mind's eye, I want you to see that school has begun. It's safe. The children are happy and learning. The teachers are safe and happy. And things are progressing beautifully. So keep that image in your head and take a nice deep breath. And we give thanks. And we feel such relief, knowing that the hand of the divine is on all of our teachers and all of our children, bringing healing and relief from stress and worry, that things are being brought back into balance in the most perfect way, so that the healing at all levels for the children is made possible through the work of the teachers and the administrators and the communities that support them. That all of the academic leaders be open to divine inspiration and creative solutions that work for all. And we give such thanks for divine inspiration. And we just know in our heart and in our minds that teachers, children, and the parents and the administrators, the janitors, all of the people associated, the school bus drivers, everyone is safe and protected, and we are deeply grateful. Thank you for that blessing. Okay, you can open your eyes. Now, just know that that prayer, that powerful prayer for everybody who's watching this is making it so. Okay, Robert, was there another request?
You're getting a list.
Okay, well, pick one or two. Let's pick
Okay.
one at a time.
There are 2 people with lung disease and someone with arthritis. Maybe you could do about disease.
Okay, so we had someone with a lung disease and some arthritis, and those are very physical disruptions in our physical body, aren't they? But every physical disruption in our body has an energetic and emotional component to it. So while our physical body may be suffering from arthritis, or the lung, or kidney, it doesn't matter. Whatever physical is going on in your body right now, remember that it started out in your energetic field and was there for quite a while, and it was dissonant before it manifested physically in your body. So what that means, and it's very good news, is that when you clean up your energetics around you and you get back into harmony, you're basically performing a healing on yourself that gets all the crap out of the way so that your body can do what it's designed to do. God designed your body to heal itself. And so when you do the things that bring you back into harmony energetically, then your body has a fighting chance to take care of any disease. Disease is not the natural state for our bodies to be in. And so when our bodies, our physical bodies, are giving us signals that something's not right, basically it's ringing the alarm bell. Hey, there's a problem here. So I have arthritis that flares up when I eat poorly and I have a lot of sugar in my diet. And the minute I decided to really limit sugar and take care of my nutrition in a different way about 2 years ago, not surprisingly, my arthritis cleared up significantly to the point where I really wasn't having any pain. And so now, my husband's birthday was just last week. We had cake, which was delicious, by the way. And I had too much sugar, and guess what's flared up? Yeah, my big toe joint, which is one of the weak spots in my body for arthritis because of some surgeries. So what I would say is if you've got something physical going on in your body right now, take a look at, well, let me rephrase that. I would invite you to look at it as a physical manifestation of something that's going on wrong in your not wrong, but it's dissonant in your energetic field. And to clean that up first and then watch the physical healing that takes place. Okay? So let's do the Ho'oponopono prayer for this particular prayer request, the lungs and the arthritis, but it can work for any physical ailment. Okay? So it might look something like this. I love you. And you can be talking to your higher self, your physical body. I love you. And basically what you're saying is, I love it when my body feels good, when it's functioning in high-level wellness, when I feel strong and vital, and I feel good. I love that. I love that, okay? And feel the emotion of loving how your body feels when it's in top operating mode, okay? I love you, okay? I love you. I love you, body, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I have done something or allowed something to either block my high-level wellness or contribute to a lack of wellness in my life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? And then pay attention to what you're doing. Okay? Please, forgive me. Forgive me for being unaware. Forgive me for not taking the action that I may have known I needed to take to make sure that I function in high-level wellness, to take care of this body. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Okay? And thank you. Thank you for clearing that blockage and providing me that knowledge and allowing my body to do what it does best, which is to reach back into high-level wellness and retain balance. Thank you. Okay? And then just take a nice deep breath and feel the joy of knowing that that is going to happen for you. Okay? All right, Robert, have you got another prayer request?
Several.
Several. All right, well.
Personal matters, fatigue, like in their body, needing a roommate change, pain in the right ear, how to get on the right path, challenges in their career. Let's see.
Yes, well, Robert is reading off a list of prayer requests. And so we don't really have time for all of them. But let's, I did bring up, let's see, yes, I did bring up some cards. These are the angel cards, the keepers of the light, okay? And what I would say is if you use a version of what I just said to you about the Ho'oponopono, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Whether you're looking for the new roommate or change in your career or an improvement of your health or an upgrade in your relationships with your family and your friends, you know, it kind of doesn't matter what the prayer request is. When you look at whatever is dysfunctional in your life as a barometer and bless it, and everybody's going, why would I bless that? Well, when you bless things that are not functioning properly in your life as a barometer, it's like, oh, that may need some attention. And I probably need to pay attention to what my body's telling me and then make a decision as to whether or not I intend to make any changes or not. All right, so I know there's a lot of people out there that are hurting and confused, a lot of sensitives who are feeling the world is just crashing down on them. So what I'm just going to do right now is I'm just going to ask for some divine guidance. Okay, so this is a call to action, and I'll see if I can get this card up close enough. Am I in focus here, Robert?
That's better.
Okay. So here we have a call to action. All right. And this little bitty type here. Take charge. Lead by example. Walk your talk. Well, boy, isn't that just what we were just saying, too? So, look, if your body is hurting, then it's telling you something isn't right. And whether you're abusing your physical body with overconsumption, and it can be overconsumption of food or drink or sex or worry and stress or news, okay? Then if your body's hurting or your emotions are hurting or relationships are not working, then I can't fix that for you. You fix that for you. And you have the power. Okay? And if you feel like you don't have enough strength, take a nice deep breath and invite God, the universe, the goddess, Allah, whatever your higher source is, okay? Hand it over. Call in your angels, okay, from the highest source for your highest good. You know what to do. You just feel like you don't have the strength to do it. And we've just gotten a card that says, this is your call to action. You know, for everything that I've been studying over the last few months, the angels have consistently told me the same thing. Earth and mankind are at a crossing point. And this is the time that we get to collectively decide which direction we're going to go. And I'm going to choose the direction of love and peace and harmony and health and happiness and joy. And I would invite you to join me, okay? Leave all that crap behind, okay? You don't have to have that stuff in your life. Okay? Robert, any last?
Someone wants to close a gate, a portal.
Okay. Well, that's a subject that isn't really related to what we're doing here. We have what they're asking for help in closing a gate or a portal. That probably needs to be addressed at a different video. But if you have energy in your life that either you've invited in or you walked into, like maybe you bought a new house or something and there was a energy vortex or a portal there, I guess the best advice that I would give you is to close the door, okay? Bring the frequencies up. If you joined me in the beginning, you saw that I said a prayer, I lit a candle, I used some crystals. Whatever, pray. Bless your home. Do some smudging. If it's more than that, then we probably need to talk about that at a different time. Okay? But portals, generally speaking, portals can be created and portals can be closed. Generally speaking, okay? So there is hope. And that particular person can reach out to me offline and I will see what we can do. All right, folks. Well, I think that that's probably it, unless Robert has one more prayer request that he feels has been brought to the surface. No? Okay. All right, so let's just go ahead and wrap it up then. I'm going to use the chime. So I'm hoping that people are feeling lighter and less burdened and a little clearer and not, basically, that this has brought you some relief. And if it has, then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stabilize that so that you can just bring it back into your three-dimensional world. And if you weren't feeling anything, then what this is going to do is to continue to clear and to dissipate anything that's not serving you. And just bring you back into balance and into harmony. Wow, I don't know about you, but I can certainly feel some angels behind me. You can call angels into your world and into your life just simply by getting quiet, creating a space for them, calling them in from the highest source for your highest good, and then asking them for help, and then thanking them. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Just thank you for watching, and thank you for contributing to my healing also. This is Susan at the Rock Shop at 311 Broadway, historic downtown Paducah. Positive energy, it works. Please keep those comments coming. I appreciate them. Bye, everybody.